afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend.
How about you? Did you have a good one?
I had a very good weekend.
Yeah.
I got a little cold or something. I'm a little stuffed up.
I can hear it in your voice.
But it's nothing. I feel fine.
Okay, good.
So
that's good.
Clear that up. All right, here's what's topping the news today. A local nonprofit is robbed. Our Brad Hamilton is live from the scene with the details.
President Biden says the newly signed gun control law, the bipartisan law, doesn't go far enough. We'll tell you about the president's latest push as skeptics demand more needs to be done.
And the former UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank is diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. Let's take a look outside. It was raining at some point and the sun was out. Something for everybody
A little
today.
bit of everything.
What are we looking at here? It's hard to tell.
Looks like an interesting piece of lawn art.
A sculpture of some sort. Wet and warm are the weather words. Julian's out in the backyard patio. Tell us how long it's going to be sunny.
Well, we're still going to be dealing with a bit more sunshine as we lead into the rest of our evening. But we do have a couple of shots of seeing some rain, even though a lot of that rain has dissipated as we continue throughout the rest of our afternoon. We were looking at some thunderstorms just outside of the Dells just about a few moments ago, but as we continue throughout the rest of this evening, we are looking for mainly dry conditions, but a few of us could see a shower or two as we get into the rest of this evening. As we can see, just north of Dane County, some of those showers were trying to track their way into a southeasterly track, but overall, we're still rather dry, plenty of sunshine, even though some of us are still dealing with some cloudy conditions. Now, we are in a marginal risk for seeing some storms that could be strong or even severe in southern Wisconsin, but overall, not a lot of confidence, but since our dew points are so high and it is so humid out, we could still see some showers or storms start to spark their way up as we get into the later part of the day. But as of right now, this is the west side of Madison. We are still looking at some spotty clouds, but plenty of blue as we're getting in throughout the rest of this evening. Today, our high was around 86 degrees, a tad bit above normal, but still relatively seasonable for this time of year. Still feeling like summer as we're getting into the rest of our evening. Now, dew points, again, have fallen quite a bit, but still rather muggy, not nearly as tropical as they were earlier this afternoon. We're into the 70s, but now we're looking at those 60s to still stick around for us. Now, as we get into what we're seeing for our traffic, pretty normal around our point A and point B, which was really quite brief. But we'll talk more about that in just a few moments. Until then, let's go ahead and toss it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Julian, thank you. A local nonprofit just wants to help put kids with disabilities on an even playing field, participating in the arts.
But that is more difficult now for Camp Creatability due to a weekend robbery that Madison police are now investigating.
Our Brad Hamilton spoke with the camp's founder today, and he joins us live from their east side location with her message. Brad?
Mark and Susan, Debbie Armstrong says that she was stunned when she came here to the camp on Saturday to find that the place was a mess, and it really did not take her long to realize that her nonprofit had been robbed. Now, Debbie says altogether around $10,000 worth of equipment was stolen, including an expensive projector, studio cameras, and studio backdrop. After looking through her surveillance tapes, Debbie thinks they provide a clear image of who did it. Now she's just hoping that police catch that person soon.
I'm just disgusted. I can't believe that he would even consider, violating, people with disabilities and trying to make a better life for themselves. I don't know. It's just devastating.
Debbie started the camp 10 years ago and says her group has to work very hard for every single thing that they have. She truly does not understand why someone would do something like this. Now, coming up at 5, we're going to hear more from Debbie and how her students are doing and how this group is going to go on moving forward.
All right, Brett, thank you. We'll see you at 5. President Biden hosted an event at the White House today, just weeks after he signed a new gun control bill into law.
The legislation was passed in the wake of shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde, but since then, there have been others, including one in a Chicago suburb.
Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Geraldine Talley, Pearl Young, and Mrs. Ruth E. Whitfield, our 86-year-old mother.
Victims of gun violence joined President Biden at the White House, hailing the passage of the nation's first major gun legislation in nearly 30 years.
As we have seen, no community is immune to the fallout. Rather, the fallout is landing in our backyard on a weekly basis.
Congress passed the bill last month in the wake of recent mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde.
This new law requires young people under 21 to go enhanced background checks before purchasing a gun.
The father of a 17-year-old killed in the high school shooting in Parkland, Florida in 2018, shouted at President Biden to do more. President Biden is calling for the return of the assault weapons ban of 1994 that he helped pass when he was a senator.
In that 10 years it was law, mass shootings went down. When the law expired in 2004 and those weapons were allowed to be sold again, mass shootings tripled.
Just last week, another mass shooter used a high-powered military-style assault weapon to kill 7 people at a July 4th parade in the Chicago suburb of Highland Park.
We believe strongly in the state of Illinois in protecting our citizens from these kinds of weapons, but if the states around us don't, then what are we to do?
The White House says it's also celebrating the 21 executive actions President Biden has signed to address gun violence, including a ruling on ghost guns, requiring homemade guns contain serial numbers so they can be traced. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And an assassin used a homemade gun to kill former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe just last week. Here in Wisconsin, a group of school safety experts sat down to assess school safety in Wisconsin. They discussed the issues facing many schools, including staff and leadership turnover, lack of dedicated safety professionals, and increasing mental health issues for both adults and children.
Really try to employ a public health approach to school safety. So we want to provide universal access to support and information to keep all schools safe. And then for those who are experiencing some difficulties, making sure that we decrease that risk, promote protective factors. And then for those who are actually contemplating being violent, we want to have very specific case management plans to prevent that.
During the meeting, they said the Wisconsin Office of School Safety is making progress, but policymakers could do more to support what schools truly need.
Former UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank announced today she will not be taking over as president of Northwestern University after being diagnosed with cancer. Blank released a statement saying, "Last week I learned that I have an aggressive form of cancer, which will require all of my strength and resolve to fight, prohibiting me from being able to serve as your next president." She continued, "We all know that nothing in life is guaranteed. This last week has probably brought the biggest changes I have ever experienced in such a short period of time." Blank announced last fall she would not be returning to UW-Madison. The former chancellor held the position for 9 years. Blank will be returning to Madison to receive her cancer treatment.
Well, Madison Police Department's Leadership Academy took kids to new heights today, literally. Our photojournalist caught up with kids tackling zip lines and obstacle courses at Madison College's Challenge course this morning. It's part of MPD's annual program partnering with the Boys and Girls Club to foster relationships between youth and police. The program focuses on students entering 7th and 8th grades and is all designed to build trust.
It's the ropes course, so it's basically the opportunity for kids to get out of their comfort zone, get to know each other, and just build that trust with each other. Perfect. So as you can see, one kid go up, and the rest of their platoon members hold the rope to secure them. So it's kind of like the kid that's on the rope has to build that trust with their team members. So it's a team building exercise today.
MPD Community Outreach and Resource Education and officers from the Black Officer Coalition lead the camp. Students will get a chance to learn what it's like to be an officer while learning about the officers themselves and grow their leadership skills.
Another January 6th hearing will be held tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. The hearing will be the first of 2 this week. The second will be held Thursday evening in prime time. At Thursday's hearing, the committee is expected to argue that former President Donald Trump failed to follow his oath of office during the riot. The next hearings come after an 8-hour interview with former Trump White House counsel Pat Cipollone, which the committee says armed them with new information.
He claimed privilege on conversations that related to the advice he provided directly to the president or conversations with the president. But I think we still got a lot of relevant information from him.
You can't selectively pick what parts of the Constitution you defend or what branches of government, and you certainly can't be gleeful during that.
In the wake of all of this, former Trump aide Steve Bannon offered to testify publicly before the committee, but the Justice Department says this is an attempt at evading accountability, as Bannon still has not handed over documents subpoenaed by the committee.
Presidential primary season typically starts with the Iowa caucuses, but that could change for Democratic voters. After 2020's Iowa caucus chaos, the Democratic National Committee is considering shaking up the schedule. And 16 states plus Puerto Rico are vying for the honor, with state officials traveling to D.C. to make their pitches before the DNC's Rules and Bylaws Committee. Midwestern states, including Minnesota and Michigan, are battling to replace Iowa. Nevada, currently third on the calendar, is one of the states making a big play to move to the head of the line. Nevada Democratic Party Chair Judith Whitmer argues the state offers battleground competitiveness and diversity, especially among key and growing voting blocs of Latino and Asian American Pacific Islanders, in addition to unions.
We have to make sure that all those voices are represented and all those voices are heard.
No matter which state lands in that coveted first spot, experts say it's really the first few contests that can make or break a presidential campaign, taking on more weight than maybe they should.
A key Republican leader in the state assembly has decided to resign early rather than wait until his term ends. Majority Leader Jim Steineke announced in January he wouldn't seek re-election. Today he announced he will resign on July 27th rather than serve out the remainder of his term to pursue a job in the private sector. The Kaukauna Republican represented the 5th Assembly District for 11 years, the last 8 as Majority Leader.
Well, Madison's Flex Lane will open Wednesday on the Beltline. The lane stretches from the I-3990 interchange to Whitney Way. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation officials plan to open the lane during heavy traffic periods and for special events and incidents that interrupt the regular flow of traffic. This makes Wisconsin the 18th state to use highway shoulders as part-time travel lanes. It's going to be interesting.
It is,
to get adjusted to that.
Yep.
Well, still to come at 4, the cost of everything is going up, including cleaning supplies.
We'll show you how to save some money while going green when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Mart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Soak in the savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. Don't miss the perfect opportunity to fill your home with the world's most comfortable seating for less. It's time for Stressless, proud to be endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about sizzling savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 22% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Sex trafficking is happening right here in Madison. Many wonder how or if it can be prevented. It's complex. Often someone does not realize what's happening until they are really stuck and are not allowed out. It often starts with someone who showers you with attention and may seem the answer to all of your dreams, until they're not. Red flags may include wanting to take care of you and impress you with their success and shower you with gifts or money, moving fast toward a romantic relationship, isolating you from friends and family, wanting to take you away on a trip, being vague about how they make their money, and working or taking calls at odd hours. You may notice a lot of young people hanging around, or drug use. Then, they start making you feel like you owe them something in return and don't give you a choice. Learn more at unitedmadison.com/trafficking. Brought to you by United Madison in partnership with Collaboration Project.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
Welcome back. The Senate is back in session after the July 4th holiday, but not with its majority leader.
Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer will be working remotely this week after testing positive for COVID. A spokesperson says Schumer, who's vaccinated and double boosted, has mild symptoms. Among the other high-profile D.C. officials who've recently tested positive include House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Vice President Kamala Harris. Infections from the virus have increased nationwide. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says 2 Omicron subvariants are responsible for more than 70% of new cases.
We're going to talk to Dr. Potoff about that tomorrow. Consumers worldwide are getting set for some big online discounts. Amazon's Prime Day sales event starts tomorrow at 2 a.m. Eastern Time. And goes for 48 hours. Discounts will be offered on many items, including electronics, home goods, and toys. Amazon's annual event attempts to increase loyalty with its Prime subscribers and perhaps draw in new shoppers into its program. Last year's Prime Day event was the largest 2-day sales period for third-party sellers in Amazon's history. Well, it was not a good day at the running of the bulls in Pamplona. 3 runners were gored and several others were trampled today.
This is the most perilous bull run of Pamplona's week-long San Fermin Festival took place. Drama followed the bulls' release at 8 a.m. local time. By the time the bulls and the runners reached the city's bull ring just over 3 minutes later, at least 6 people required medical attention. The animals from Sabata Gago Bull Ranch, which were involved in today's run, are known as some of the most dangerous at the run, with 56 people gored over 30 years. Returning this year, the San Fermin Festival has once again attracted its usual crowd of international and domestic thrill seekers and spectators who enjoy the frenetic, wine-fueled atmosphere, including Scott Schneider from Austin, Texas.
Heck yeah, I was afraid, man. There's a lot of fear coursing through my blood, man, but now I feel relief and I'm going to go get drunk.
That's what it's all about. The annual festival, which runs from July 7th through the July 14th every year, has 8 bull runs taking place over the festival period. The course is about 800 meters long, and a run takes between 2 and 3 minutes on average. I still don't get it.
I don't get it either. I feel bad for the bulls. U.S. commuters are getting a little bit of a break at the gas pump. The national average for a gallon of self-serve regular is $4.68, according to AAA. That is roughly 30 cents lower than it was a month ago. Analysts at AAA say falling oil prices are helping make gas less expensive. But gas prices are the highest in California, nearly $6.09 a gallon. Wisconsin right now is averaging $4.45 a gallon. The least expensive gasoline is in South Carolina at $4.18.
Well, stocks were lower on Wall Street as tech stocks are slammed. The Dow Industrials fell 164 points, closing at 31,173. The NASDAQ was off 262 points, or 2.3%. The S&P 500 lost almost 45. Inflation continues to push prices up for everyday household items.
But Elise Preston has some easy, eco-friendly ways that you can save money.
From the kitchen to the laundry room, and even in the bathroom, many Americans may be flushing dollars down the toilet.
You have the potential to save thousands upon thousands of dollars a year by making small incremental changes.
Paul Hope with Consumer Reports worked on a new review showing how little changes can add up to big savings, including paper towels.
I would say Americans are chronic overusers of paper towels.
Hope's family switched from paper towels to cloth ones for light cleanup.
How much money have you saved switching this over?
We're saving close to $600 a year just by using reusable washcloths instead of paper towels. You line it up.
Installing a bidet can cut down on toilet paper and save up to $231 a year. Trading in packaged coffee pods for a reusable pod filter can give your budget a $393 jolt. And saving water can save money.
For lightly soiled dishes, you typically don't need a pre-rinse, just a good scrape. Put them in the machine and save that extra water.
Turning the hot water heater down from 140 to 120 degrees can put a cool $453 in your pocket. When doing the laundry, choose the cold water setting.
Our testing pretty routinely finds that it cleans every bit as well as the hot setting.
And Hope says too many people use too much detergent.
Most machines don't need more than about a shot glass worth or 1.5 ounces of detergent to do a really good job.
All the tips are environmentally friendly, helping you go green and save green at the same time. Elise Preston, CBS News, Brewster, New York.
There's some money-saving tips.
Good
there.
ideas, yeah.
Well, still to come at 4, kids love trampolines, but can be pretty dangerous.
And it turns out trampoline parks are more dangerous than the home ones. We'll have the latest on a CBS News investigation into this coming up after Julian's First Warn forecast.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Are you suffering from neuropathy? Do you experience stabbing pain, numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet? Are you tired of sleepless nights and avoiding life due to pain? If you've been diagnosed with neuropathy or are experiencing pain or numbness in your feet, pick up the phone and call us right now before it's too late. Neuropathy is a very serious and progressive disease where your nerves start to break down. Eventually, it leads to balance problems, falls, complete loss of independence, and often amputation. Our program addresses the underlying causes and doesn't simply mask your symptoms with medication. In fact, many patients start experiencing relief from their neuropathy symptoms within weeks. There's no surgery and no use of prescription drugs. Pick up the phone right now and call the number on your screen to find out if you're a candidate for our neuropathy program that has changed thousands of lives. You don't have to spend another day suffering. Call us today and see if you qualify for the relief you deserve. Do not wait. Call now.
Wisconsinites' thoughts on Biden's record gas prices.
Man, do you saw those prices? That's $5 a gallon, $5.19.
My daughter's a 24-year-old that makes a moderate living and it's killing her.
Gas prices affect our standard of living. You know, it's less money for a house.
It's killing the middle class. I really believe that Ron Johnson will put America first.
I'm looking for a politician that can advocate for the people.
Ron Johnson is for the small guy, and I'm one of those guys, and he's the guy that we want to vote for. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Is your home just as hot inside as it is outside? The problem might be your walls have no insulation or ineffective builder's grade insulation letting all that heat in. But when USA Insulation wraps your home in our premium injection foam, we turn your home into a cooler, keeping the heat outside and your cool, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs, and helping you save on rising electric bills. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Well, take a look at this, or maybe don't. The Treasure Coast naturalist of St. Lucie County, Florida, broke the record for the largest skinny dip on the Treasure Coast. The dip was held at Blind Creek Beach
That's an interesting name.
Might be better if you were, as organizers hope to break last year's record of 431 Skinny Dippers. The annual event is held every July at the end of Nude Recreation Week. No official count has been posted online. Blind Creek Beach became a clothing optional beach in June of 2020.
Well,
there you have it. All right, today is National French Fry Day.
And there's a way you can score some free fries at no cost. McDonald's and Wendy's are giving customers a free order of fries. Now at McDonald's, it's only on Wednesday. You don't have to buy anything, but you do have to order the fries through the McDonald's app. You can't just roll into the drive-thru.
Yeah,
same for Wendy's. You need to order a specific item. You do need to order something at Wendy's, and you need to do it through the app. And it'll be different each day, and then the fries come free.
And they have your phone number?
Yes, exactly.
They can send you all sorts of...
There's no free fries.
all sorts of push alerts.
Yes, right.
Say, they're really pushing that app stuff, huh?
Yeah. McDonald's fries, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good, yeah. I think so, too.
Addicting, that's for sure.
All right, the weather's pretty addicting, too. Summer's here.
Summer is here, and it looks like it's here to stay as well. We'll be talking about that because, folks, things are going to get pretty toasty. So we'll tell you when and how long, coming up with a full forecast right after the break.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, plenty of us are dealing with lots of sunshine, warm, and humidity as we're getting into the rest of our evening. But those that are just into the north, we're still looking at a line of some storms starting to sweep their way into central Wisconsin. But any showers we saw that were in development are still hanging around, but are rather dwindling and dissipating as we continue throughout the rest of our evening. As you can see, just the showers that were developing just north of Dane County have pretty much fallen apart at this moment. However, just outside of Watertown, we are looking at a small little cluster of some heavier rainfall, but overall the storms themselves are in central Wisconsin. Now, we do have a bit of a potential to start to see some showers or even some storms later on, but if we do, it'll be very isolated and hyper-localized. We're not going to be looking at this to be a widespread event, even though we do have a marginal risk for seeing strong to severe storms here in southern Wisconsin. Overall, we just don't really have the juice anymore to be seeing any kind of widespread storms, especially since our dew points have actually fallen since we have seen them into our afternoon. We were into the 70s, made it feel like it was Florida here in Wisconsin, but now we're into those mid-60s, so still quite muggy, but it's not nearly as moist. We don't have as much moisture as we did earlier this afternoon. As we go on throughout the rest of this evening, we'll start to see it fall apart as well, as the cloud cover is going to start to dissipate even more so. By the time we get into tonight, we're looking for some open sky, but just take notes, folks. It's going to be rather mild for quite a bit. Those 70s will hold firm until we get into the morning. We'll start to feel a bit of those 60s coming in. But outside of that, the cold front has swept its way through the upper Midwest and continues to track its way in the southeasterly track. But behind it, we're still going to be dealing just with some short wave of some pop-up showers. But again, they're going to be pop-up. We're not looking at it to be widespread, and pretty much going to be out of Dane County in itself as well as we get into the rest of tonight. Then as we transition, we'll start to see those warmer temperatures holding on until we get into our Tuesday morning. Going to be looking at those mid-60s around Madison, so it's going to be a bit on the warmer side as we get into our Tuesday morning. But Tuesday afternoon, temperatures are still going to be rather mild, but not nearly as bad. As we get into our Tuesday evening, well, 80s will be around. Again, not going to be overly warm and not going to be nearly as humid as we get into our Tuesday evening as well. So it's going to be shaping up to be quite a nice day. But in terms of us seeing precipitation, well, folks, we're not looking at overly too much. In some areas, might just see barely even a 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. But this is the one thing we are going to be watching for over the next few days and even going into next week. It feels like summer now, but it's definitely going to feel pretty toasty over the next few days. We're going to be seeing temperatures skyrocketing as we get into next week. Going into the 90s, plenty of humidity as well. It's going to get quite muggy, quite toasty. So just be prepared for that and enjoy while we have it, the 80s, because the 90s are going to be right around the corner. So outside of that, this week is going to be rather quiet, rather warm, a little humid as well. But as we gear into this weekend, we'll see those mid-80s, more humidity, and right behind it, heading into next week, the 90s. And again, we're going to be seeing temperatures and heat indices pushing close into those triple digits. So it is going to be a scorcher heading into next week. But until we get there, tomorrow and Wednesday are looking to be quite pleasant. And then we'll go into the weekend. Definitely pool and boat weather, because it's going to be warm enough to where you just want to be by the water. But outside of that, guys, I don't want to go outside next week.
Yeah, those are the dog days coming. Yep, here they come.
You know, I'm going to be on a lake up north next week.
Oh,
that's good timing.
Look at you. I'm about to say, perfect timing.
Yeah, that is good timing.
This man's going to be like, oh, I had a good one.
Thank you, Julian.
Thank you, Julian.
Well, there's a new warning about the risks of trampoline parks popular with families.
A study in the British Medical Journal says kids using trampoline centers were more than twice as likely to get hurt as kids using a trampoline at home.
Meg Oliver has been reporting on trampoline park safety for years now. We do want to warn you, some of the visuals in this story might be disturbing.
That lady was jumping and I don't know, she's on the ground screaming and crying right now.
In May, Amber Warden, a 33-year-old mother of two, shattered her lower leg bones jumping at Defy Trampoline Park in Flint, Michigan.
You can hurt yourself. Like, I understand that, you know, that's a possibility. But never in my wildest dream would I ever thought that a trampoline could have the power to shatter an adult human leg.
A new study published by the British Medical Journal says trampoline parks are more dangerous than your backyard version, citing the higher tensile strength used in commercial trampoline centers may produce a harder bounce, which amplifies the loading in bones and ligaments.
Everybody in the gymnastics community calls them death parks.
CBS News has been reporting on the catastrophic injuries at trampoline parks since 2019. Attorney David Chazen, who does not represent Warden, has more than 50 clients, he says, have been severely injured while jumping at trampoline parks, some alleging these injuries in legal claims filed against those parks.
The boy in the red, you know, there's an encouragement here for people to do flips. He's had no gymnastics background, and he's attempting a backflip. And of course, it's a disastrous.
Oh, and he lands on his neck.
He lands on his neck, and he becomes quadriplegic.
According to one expert we interviewed, the danger also lies in the design of the product. Since the trampolines are connected, waves of energy are generated in all directions, which can cause a double bounce, ending in high-impact collisions.
What kind of a risk are parents taking by taking their children to trampoline parks?
Well, they're risking death. They're risking paralysis, and they're risking a disabling injury.
The International Adventure and Trampoline Parks Association declined CBS News' request for an on-camera interview. The organization points out that not all injuries at the parks occur on the trampolines. In a statement, they called trampoline parks a safe, family-focused environment. They also said the increase in the number of injuries is related to the increase in the popularity of indoor trampoline facilities, and not that the trampolines have an associated increased risk of injury. CBS News has confirmed at least 6 people have died from trampoline park injuries across the country since 2012. That number could be higher because confidentiality agreements stop them from speaking out or reporting it to the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
I think Congress could take action on it, and I think the Consumer Product Safety Commission could take action on it.
In a letter, Chazen recently offered the Consumer Product Safety Commission 3 ways to improve safety immediately: banning children under the age of 6, not allowing flips and somersaults, and removing confidentiality agreements so more injuries can be reported.
Or you're signing a waiver under the understanding that it's like a backyard trampoline. So I feel like it's deceitful.
CBS News reached out to Defy Trampoline Park for comment on Warden's case and never heard back. Warden hopes by sharing her story, it will lead to life-saving changes.
So I feel like if this interview can keep a parent from taking their child and having this happen to a child, because I'm glad it happened to me and not a kid, you know? I'm sorry. But like, I just think about my own kids, and I'm just so glad that it happened to me and not to them.
The CPSC told us it has not yet reviewed the British Medical Journal study. We asked the agency several times if it intends to conduct its own study on the safety of trampolines used in parks. It did not respond specifically to that question, but did say it will continue to conduct incident investigations. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
Good information to know. Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, COVID reinfections are increasing. We'll tell you why. There's growing concern about long-term health risks.
And then coming up next hour at 5, Friday's decision by the state Supreme Court to throw out the use of ballot drop boxes has reignited the concerns of those questioning the results of the 2020 election. Our political reporter, Will Keneally, will tell us more at 5.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about our Designer Kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
New at 5, a robbery took place at Camp Creatability. News 3 Now speaks with the director on the camp's plans following the robbery and what it means for the campers.
And we're going to hold on to the sunshine through your work week. And as we look ahead, warm temperatures really settling in for us through the weekend. We'll break down your full 10-day.
Ahead at 6, planning for the upcoming year, directors of school safety discuss school security and how to get much-needed resources to students across the state. That's tonight at 6.
Given the old weather satellite a spin, we end up pretty obviously where we end up. St. Louis.
No matter what angle we take that shot, it's very pretty.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
97 degrees in St. Louis.
Toasty.
And humid. Well, 2 super infectious Omicron strains have become the dominant COVID-19 variants sweeping the U.S.
California is now seeing one of its most significant surges since the start of the pandemic. And a growing concern is the number of people who are getting reinfected with the virus.
Dania Backus reports from Los Angeles about why those repeat infections are so troubling.
COVID-19 is surging in San Francisco's Bay Area, where Lois Tucker refuses to lower her guard, especially after seeing her brother suffer with long COVID.
The thing that bothers him the most is his legs and his feet, just like a tingling, numb, strange feeling in his feet.
As highly contagious Omicron subvariants sweep the country, more Americans are reporting second infections. That includes here in Los Angeles, where July 4th celebrations may have fueled the COVID case rate to its highest point in nearly 5 months. And while symptoms are often mild, a new study tracked nearly 40,000 people who had COVID at least twice and found each reinfection creates a new opportunity for serious health risks.
Some people, when they get infected the first time, that infection may weaken their immune system in a way or produce some organ damage that make them more vulnerable to having adverse consequences or adverse health risks.
Dr. Ziad Al-Ali led the research, which found patients with 2 or more infections had more than twice the risk of dying compared to patients with just 1 infection. They had 3 times the risk of being hospitalized and faced higher odds of getting long COVID.
If you've had a first infection and you manage to dodge long COVID, having a second infection, you're literally rolling the dice again.
Actor Hugh Jackman and Health Secretary Javier Becerra both reported second infections last month. Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker has had it 3 times. A reality check that the pandemic is different now, but it's not over. Dania Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And the FDA has asked manufacturers to design a booster for the fall that targets the newest Omicron variants.
UW Health Dr. Bill Hartman will be our guest tomorrow, and we'll talk all about the latest COVID headlines tomorrow on Live at 4.
It's not over yet.
No, it's not.
Well, there's more at 4. Our film critic Will Loper joins us next.
He'll tell us what he thinks of the new movie Thor, Love and Thunder when Live at 4 continues.
Are you looking for a little bit more life on the open road? Sounds pretty good to me. We are here at Wisconsin RV World in DeForest, the oldest towable licensed dealer in the state of Wisconsin. That's a lot to stand on. Christy, tell us about these beautiful, beautiful beauties behind us.
Well, we've got a lot of new brands, and that's why we're here today. Lance is one of our newest ones. It's our most luxurious, and it's one of our only 4-season campers. It can sleep up to 6 to 7 people. It can be towed by just about any half-ton vehicle. Some of the other great features are the kitchens. They're a lot more livable these days. You get larger refrigerators, butcher block countertops, backsplash tiles, and the same with bathrooms, larger, more storage, and then also the bedrooms. They are featuring a lot more king beds. One of our products has a new feature called the King Bed Slide, which means you can slide one all the way over, still can get dressed in your bedroom, which is not always the case.
You are going to think you're in your own home. And then you have the Camp 365, which is so versatile.
Yeah, you can go anywhere, do anything with it. You can use it 365 days a year, and it can be towed from anything from your UTV to a hybrid, and that's one of its greatest features. And then we also carry the Gravity fifth wheel toy hauler, and from as large as a 14-foot garage, you can get your UTVs in there, your motorcycles, and we were very excited to have the Gravity fifth wheel toy hauler, which we have not had in some time.
Christy, thank you so much. You can't buy happiness, but it's dang close. Come and find out why right here at Wisconsin RV World in DeForest. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema.
Hide my skin? Not me.
And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults. With Dupixent, you can show more skin with less eczema.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
Giving a quick update on our traffic. Well, things are a bit slow on the Beltline, typically around this time of day. As you can see, eastbound and stretching its way past Fish Hatchery all the way down towards the interstate, where we're looking at some slow spots as of right now. And then on the westbound, we are also looking at some slow spots near off of Fish Hatchery for that exit. But other than that, we're not looking too bad, especially as we take a look over towards the interstate as of right now. We are still looking at all green, getting things rolling for us for this evening. Now, as we take a look at what else we're going to be seeing from getting from point A to point B, looking at pretty normal commute hour or timing for us as of right now as we continue throughout the rest of our evening. So we're looking at around 25 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline, Sauk City to Middleton, around 16 minutes. Pretty normal for our traffic at this moment, but other than that, things are, aside from the Beltline, are pretty normal as we're getting into our evening. That's going to do it for our traffic update. Let's go ahead and toss it back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. It's time for a life-changing family meeting. Meryl and Nancy gather their kids and significant others to share some big news that leaves them all in disbelief. Inside the manila folder is a winning Canadian lottery ticket worth close to $1 million. The family is using the money to buy a new house, a new truck, and to help the kids pay off student loans and other debts.
Something everybody dreams about.
The winning lottery ticket. Well, there's a new #1 movie at the box office, and it's one worth seeing.
That is according to our resident film critic, Will Loper. Here's this week's Loper Report.
Hey, Mark and Susan. Thor: Love and Thunder made a heroic $143 million at the box office this past weekend, the third best opening of the year so far. But is this latest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe worth seeing?
After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
Chris Hemsworth is back as the God of Thunder, battling a new evil villain, Gore, played by a creepy-looking Christian Bale who has a personal vendetta against gods.
The only ones who gods care about is themselves. All gods will die.
Joining Thor is Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, and returning to the franchise is Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, who gets a bit of a costume change.
The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been, like 3, 4 years?
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
Taika Waititi, who directed 2017's Thor Ragnarok, is back to direct this film and brings the same comedic sensibilities to this movie.
Let's see who you are. I take off your disguise. And flick. Oh, you flick too hard!
Should we help him? And eventually, great.
Unlike Ragnarok, though, there are some darker moments, especially those that involve a group of kids being kidnapped by gore. But on the whole, this is a fun and funny superhero movie that's well worth seeing for any Marvel fan. Over on streaming services, new tomorrow on HBO Max is the Bob's Burgers movie.
I'm the marketing department. I took Gene's burger stew, let out the crotch a little bit, and bam.
A burger with a bikini on it?
Ah, yeah.
For kids, new on Disney Plus is The Wonderful Summer of Mickey Mouse.
Oh, my turn!
And new Thursday on Netflix is Kung Fu Panda, The Dragon Knight.
It's the Dragon Master!
Skadoosh! Jack Black returns as Poe the Panda, off on a new quest to retrieve magical weapons.
Pretty intense. I could save China! That would be a perfect way for me to regain my title.
And Wednesday on Hulu is the 4th season of the vampire comedy series, What We Do in the Shadows.
That is the baby Colin Robinson, I assume.
I can mold this boy into the most interesting adult there has ever been. He really loves musical theater. Would have the dark Lord wrought.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
My search for a new wife has not been going so great. I am not a creep. I am just a very ancient warrior who wishes to marry you.
Come back!
Whoops.
Cheers!
I
Mark
love
said
that
this
show.
is hilarious.
I love that show.
Okay, great. Well, it's back.
Starting Wednesday.
Okay.
And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salon Pass.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
Now is the time to switch to Spectrum Internet. America's leading internet provider just got even faster, with speeds now starting at 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds to game, faster speeds to stream, faster speeds to work or learn from home. All with 99.9% network reliability. Get Spectrum Internet for just $49.99 a month, plus a free modem and free online security software. Call 877-906-9192. Add advanced Wi-Fi to get enhanced security for your home network, automatically blocking outside threats to your devices. If it's connected, it's protected. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum. Now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Internet with faster speeds for the same great price. Just $49.99 a month with starting speeds of 300 megabits per second. Visit Spectrum.com to find out more or call 877-906-9192.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
New at 5, former President Donald Trump hails the decision against voter drop boxes as aid to overturn the 2020 election results. We'll speak with a political expert on the claim's feasibility. We'll find out tonight at 5.
Naomi Coates uncovered a dental care crisis affecting hundreds of people with special needs.
I can't find a dentist. Nobody will take him.
Now, state officials are pushing for change.
Thank you so much for covering this.
A News 3 Now follow-up investigation tonight at 10.
Well, most of the action is in central Wisconsin as a line of storms has been developing over the past hour. Otherwise, we're rather dry here in southern Wisconsin, but still tracking a couple of showers and potentially even some storms that could form later into this evening. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will have the full breakdown coming up at 5.
All right, Julian, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, UW Health's Dr. Bill Hartman has all the latest COVID news.
And gas or charcoal? Consumer Reports checks out the best grills and the best hot dogs to put on them. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
The liberals in Washington sure are changing people's lives. Soaring inflation thanks to reckless spending and record gas prices due to cuts in U.S. energy production. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting back, working to hold Washington accountable for its spending and waste and restore American energy independence to lower prices at the pump. Tell Senator Johnson, keep fighting for Wisconsin families.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. It has an affordable rate starting at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-644-6688 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-644-6688. 1-800-644-6688. That's 1-800-644-6688. So call now.
In today's Final Touch, it's re-wedding season.
Couples derailed by COVID are getting hitched again. Hundreds of couples whose weddings were derailed or scaled back due to the COVID-19 pandemic got a do-over thanks to a New York City landmark. The Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts hosted a Celebrate Love, a Re-Wedding event last evening in the pavilion outside of the center. On its website, the Lincoln Center called it, quote, a special day for newlyweds, those whose weddings were canceled or diminished, and people who want to recommit their love to their partners and the city we love. The event featured multicultural ceremony, music, and dancing. The website noted that the ceremony was not legally binding, so keep that in mind. But what a good idea.
Just celebrating love.
And look at all the people that turned out for this.
Yeah.
A lot of weddings got derailed or diminished, so try it again.
Do a re-wedding.
That's right. It's our time for now. Thanks for watching. The News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.